Hi there, welcome to our mini tournament we are sponsoring, and my first game. I'm sorry it's quite loud, but hopefully you pick it up with a mic. We have a really beautiful army I'm facing, a Nurgle from Andy. Andy? Okay. I've still got 2 of my units in the shadows to deploy, but I think we're going to be doing quite well. We've got heavy support killing every mission. Fortunately, I've got 3 heavy support for extra points for Andy to kill and annihilate. I've got no heavy support, we've just got a massive amount of demons that are going to be running at me, and we've all seen my army, it does appalling in combat. So let's see how it goes. I'll do a little bit of a report at the end. Hopefully it'll be a good one.
Well, here we are, guys, at the first game. It is my Salamanders against Chelly's awesome Slaneshi Knights. It's 1250 points, about to start the first turn, and we'll have a look at the end of the game and see how everyone did. Well, here we are, guys, the end of turn 1, and it's a victory for the Salamanders. This knight that's left is actually dead. I did kill all the knights. My opponent, it was amazing. It was great fun playing her. She just had a little bit of bad luck, that's all. So that's it. It's a win for the Salamanders, and let's pop over to Chris and see how he did.
Guys, so this is a really brutal game. As you can see, there's only Demon Prince left. I've got a little bit of a castle still left, but the talking point of the tournament at the moment is definitely these Khorne guys deep striking down about here, and to be honest, should have annihilated my whole line, and rolling 3d6 and failing it, and then re-rolling and failing it again was the defining point of this tournament, of the tournament so far of turn 1. It has been a great game, so really appreciate it. It was so ridiculously close. This Nurgle army is definitely something that I think could play in bigger tournaments. The bubble is ridiculous. It is -1s, -2s, all over the place to hit with the 4+ invulnerable, and command points being used absolutely perfectly in this game. Unit of the game for me, not only Leviathan doing loads, but actually the Doo-Doo Dreadnought was ridiculous. But the Scouts for free lots of Overwatch doing 3 wounds to the Demon Prince was the game for me. What was your unit of the game?
I guess it has to be one of these using Plague Bearers, because they just take so much firepower to take out.
Yeah, they did. I chucked everything into it multiple times and they still stand there. He got 1 instability where you get more morale, unfortunately just didn't roll enough for it to work. So, but otherwise it was an amazing game. Really enjoyed it. Knackered now, and I've still got 2 more games left. Back with the next game. Take 2. So we're playing Maelstrom mission, the cleanse, so we've got a couple of objectives. We've got a beautiful Nurgle army. We've got a Soul Grinder that's built with some Spider Ragnaroks from the Warhammer. Absolutely beautiful. We've got 2 of those. One's going to be deep striking. It is an amazing looking army. We've got 30 guys that are going to be hard to shift. Playing Graham. Moving forward, we won both our first rounds. It's going to be interesting what we'll do. Let's see if my little castle does survive. I had to put quite a lot in the shadows just because of the amount of drops that he's got, so I can get the first turn, or hopefully anyway. Let's see what happens and do a wrap up at the end.
Hi guys, right, we're back with game 2. I'm facing Javier and his equally amazingly painted Dark Eldar. And we're set up ready for turn 1. We're just going to do the dice. Do you want to do the dice on camera? Right, I finished setting up first, so I get +1. Right, it's a draw, so I get the +1. And again. And it's a draw again. I get 6. Okay, gets a 1, right. We're about to start turn 1, and I'll come back to you at the end of the game. Well, we're back, guys, and all I can say, mistakes were made. I was too ballsy, and as you can see by my dead tray, I got tabled. But I got tabled by an absolutely beautiful army. Javier is an amazing opponent. I did cause a little bit of trouble for him, but just not enough. So yeah, that's the end of game 2. Looking forward to game 3. That's 1 win, 1 loss for me. 2 wins for Javier. Say hello, Javier. I think that's revenge of the boyfriend, isn't it? Because I killed the knights. So yeah, see you in game 3.
Oh, so we have finished on turn 3. A great game, absolutely great game from Graham. Unfortunately, it was a bit of a pasting. Not only was my castle really ridiculously strong, but my turn 1 and turn 2 card draw on the Maelstrom mission were both 2d3 victory points that put me at final game 22-3. I was just lucky that I think Objective 6 and Objective 2 and Objective 1 were all about my missions, and that's where I started, so I didn't need to move, unfortunately, for Graham. But it was a beautiful game and a really beautiful painted army, and it was just a laugh, actually. It was really a laugh. It was just a shame that it wasn't closer. But he does have some Nurglings left, and that was pretty much all that is left. Those objectives. So they'll be back. They're going to be next game all over it, making their points worth, I'm sure. So I think I'm currently placed 6th in the tournament, all on the next mission. We'll see what happens. So far, two game wins. That was my ultimate objective. So after this, it doesn't really matter, but it has been awesome so far. So we are live at our tournament in game 2. Everyone's sort of just finishing up. Some fix repairs, as always, nature of the case. So far, doing quite well. I've won 2, top 6 at the moment. James is 1-1 and lost 1. This is on middle table, and Reikart is still playing. Looks like it's going to be a really close game. And we've just put together his army box that he done the Kickstarter for. Literally finished it last night. He is doing his Necrons, and there's the beautiful army box. But as you can see, amazing piece of scenery from Kevin. He has done fantastic well, and it's all been sponsored and donated a lot of the scenery from Canterbury Crusaders. And it's just been a really, really good day. Everyone is having a laugh. There isn't any of that type of player, which is awesome. This is a scary army I don't want to go against, especially with my Leviathans and fast moving troops. How did they go against that?
11-4 to me.
11-4, well done.
11-5.
11-5, well done. Good little victory points on the Maelstrom there.
Ignoring the big guns.
Ignore the big guns. That is the way to face this mission, apparently, especially if you're playing a beautifully painted Talon Guard army there as well.
Thank you.
We do have one person who is going to be in the top table at the moment. Is this lovely list at the moment is the Armigers, none of the autocannon guys, which I sort of expected to, but the big beastie knight that's going to be taking on everything in the battlefield. We've got some beautiful things. But you can see, you know, the top tables, we've all got the scenery out. All of us have got our armies out for painted at the moment. There we have someone else who has a fellow Leviathan as well. Some really nice drops in there. Nice blue and black. A little bit like my Hawk Marines, actually. That's quite nice. Really like, obviously I love that colour scheme. Got a little bit of Nids, and this is table 1. You can see some big chunky scenery, not what you expect to see at a local tournament, like the GT stupid scenery that they did. But this is actually decent scenery, all line blocking, loads of different scatter bits. Every board's different. It is amazing. Hope you sort of like it. We have got loads of pizza over there. That is what we're going to eat now. Wish Devil's Brush the best of luck. Final game is up, all to play for, especially if we get middle table. If I score enough victory points, I might even get away with some prizes. Hopefully not the ones that we donated. If we did, and I'll lose any of that. I have just noticed this pink army. Now that is something truly special. I love those bases. That is a scary army to come against. It's not awesome knight little army there. And the dice to match as well. Even the bases. Not fair play. Some nice Imperial Fists. A little bit of mixture of Primus. Like the black as well. And Reavers there. Some nice Dark Elder. Yeah. Going well, going strong. See how it all goes. Doing a wrap-up video all the time of this. We'll see how it all plays out. Yeah, hopefully you all like it. It's all going to be in the video as well when I edit it all up. But just to give you that overview, this is the tournament. everyone's stuck in the pizza, that's where I'm going. The final game of the tournament for myself, playing a fantastic looking Talon army. I'm a bit scared of it. It's got 3 assassins, it's going to be interesting where it goes. It is incredibly fast and in my face. Loads of snipers, so my characters probably be dying very quickly. My Leviathan's already been picked out as the thing to target, so he's going to get rerolls on that thing. Apocryphy, he's loving the lava in there, so he's the only person who's hiding. My captains are pretty much out there in the open at the moment. It is a, can't even remember what mission we're playing, Scorched Earth. So we got 3 objectives that I can get, and then we're burning ones if we get them in the other deployment zone. Going to be an interesting game. We both won 2. It's both been close games before, so let's see it in, and now we're going to be rolling that initiative. No, it's that classic of a 1.
Right guys, here we are in game 3 and I'm playing Martin's Tyranids. Actually looks like there's some stuff around the back there that's quite nasty. Looks like I might have a bit of a game on my hands. We're all deployed, ready to go. So it's just roll off and see you guys first.
I've got one command point to give an extra artifact.
Yeah.
Goes to my Tyranid Prime, which makes him -1 to hit from range.
Alright. Cool. Alright, let's roll these dice. Yeah.
Yep.
I win. Do you want to seize?
We'll have a go.
No. So I'm going first. So join me in the at the end of the game and we'll see how we did. What a game. It went to 7 turns and it ended up in a draw, 20 points each. It's Martin, isn't it? Yeah, Martin had shooting Tyranid bits and a Broodlord, and I had odds and sods, Captain, Tech Marine, bits and bobs like that. And the Spartan was amazing in this game, it really was. Saved it for me because I was losing for a bit. But yeah, end of an amazing game, end of an amazing tournament, some great people. Yeah, if you get around to going to a tournament, I highly recommend it, especially local ones where the people are not as gaming as other people. But yeah, good game, good day of gaming, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
It is a third win for myself, but I don't think I've scored enough victory points to win the tournament. As you can tell by the turn, we got to turn 4 in the end, and it is 12-15 in victory points to myself. Pretty much my castle stayed, and I took pretty much all of that out almost in the first turn. The vehicles, everything pretty much went pop. The unit of the game, imagine that, Leviathan actually getting Linebreaker, because I charged it in Intercessor and then catapulted myself across in the consolidation, was the Intercessors of the ones that were infiltrating. So infiltrated here, a nice 9-inch gap, and then moved and then charged the unit, and they stayed there right until turn 4. So that was the unit. If I got it, I could have burnt that. It took so much firepower, and at one stage I had to have 6+ saves with plasma, and I saved all of them, if not failing one, I think. And they just stayed there. It was absolutely awesome. But it was a really, really close game. We pretty much hankered down on our own objectives. Mass amount of guard army, very little left. If it went on longer, I possibly could have done the tables, but it was this guy, one of the assassins, and the shooty sniper assassin, I can never remember the name, picking off characters, but I could heal them with my apocryphy. So actually a really, really needed touch, not only healing devastators off, healing off the units, their captains as well, so they couldn't get picked out. Just hankered down on the 3 objectives. Scouts infiltrating first, or not infiltrating, but setting up straight away on the objective to score this. Again, this is Scorched Earth, so every time you're on an objective, at the end you score 1. So I was hankered down for 3 turns to score 3 every turn, making sure, and I got Warlord, Linebreaker and First Blood. Guardsman got all of his objectives as well. And that's my opponent. It was a brutal fair. Guardsman, the awkward handshake of leftness. Guardsman was amazing, fantastic game. It was just brutal. It was just brutal all the way through. Unfortunately, I did have a bit of a dominating first turn that really set the tone of this game, where just typical guard really hankered down, spend the stratagems in the right way, so I couldn't pick off units all the time, but really, really enjoyable. Really close game. Like I said, it was those 3 extras that got me the game. Otherwise, it would have been a draw. So thanks very much. It was so good.
Aaron, come on down. A copy of the 40k rules, phone up. Oh, thank you so much. And you set dice because yours obviously betrayed you. Right. And set complete wooden cutlery. Best painting results. So, 3rd place. Whoa. Jim Woodcock. Come on down. Second place goes to Graham Radden. And our best painted player, a fantastic prize from Sultan Gamer. The shortest Lawrence Arnold. I mean, come on, Lawrence Arnold. Right, big ones. 3rd place, bronze. Very close. Javier. Right, well done. Second place, there's only 5 points in it. We got very close. It's Christopher Davis Chapman.
And that is me. That's the reason why I'm all forward.
Get your box back, right?
Thank you.
Our grand champion for this year, Pete Ratcliffe. Well done, mate. Well played. Thanks very much. Have a safe trip home, everyone, and maybe we'll see you in the spring when we have the next round.
Thank you. Cheers, Kev. Cool, so this is all of us, all knackered.
Yes.
Reikart experienced with his first tournament.
3 out of 3 lost.
So close to get a wooden spoon. So close.
Yeah,
It should have been worse.
couldn't even get that.
James had a really good tournament. How did it all go for you?
It was really good. The last game was amazing, a 2020 draw. Yeah, he came down to the very last. Went to 7 turns, which is unheard of in 8th.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. And the first game, I can't remember, was it Chelly?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with her pink knights. Fantastic. Brilliant.
Yeah. And Reikart, how did overall? I know it's 3 losses, but how did you actually feel about all the games?
It was good fun. The first game I got absolutely hammered by elves. Eldar, sorry. But what's the difference? They still climbed all over me and battered me. The other 2 games were much closer. Felt much more. I was learning, starting to get the hang of the army. It's only the 3rd, 4th, and 5th time I've actually used it, so it was a learning curve, both for the army and for the armies I was facing.
Yeah, it was quite a steep learning curve. I've seen some of the games, so
Yeah.
yeah, tough. Myself, I got 2nd. Whee!
Yeah, well done. Well done.
And needed to table the end player to win the tournament. I was winning on victory points, but the other guy tabled there the last game. He had 4 armigers, and the massive Valiant Knight thing was the guy who won it. I played against the Talon Guard army, and he just knuckled down and just held, so I couldn't actually table him. In the end, he had very little units, but to me, it was enough. Killed him with victory points, dominated the game. Victory points were still pretty close just because of the nature of the mission, but overall I think amazing tournament. Big shout out to Kevin.
Yep.
Ran it amazing. Big shout out to all the sponsors, especially Canterbury Crusaders, who supplied half of the scenery today, and their own German won the painting competition as well, so fair play to him. But otherwise amazing. We're all knackered, We're all going to go home to do some type of work, and then try and sleep tonight. And plan for our next tournament. It's going to be in the springtime, he said. So really look forward to that.
Slightly more points. He mentioned 1500, which I think is a good step up. You can get a few more units in. If I can get them painted, I think I might take my AdMech.
Good shout, AdMech. I might go for another Doodoo Dreadnought. We'll see. But I don't know. I might do a whole different army, to be honest. So, Reikart, are you thinking Necron still?
I'm not thinking.
You're not thinking?
My brain is actually checked out now for the rest of the day. I'm going to look at what armies are. I'm going to actually talk to you, Chris, about getting an army together that will win competitions as opposed to look fluffy.
Yeah.
Because although it was great fun playing,
you've got my Death Watch that you.
I have.
They're quite strong if you use them correct.
Yeah, Death Watch are definitely strong. There wasn't one Death Watch army here, and he'd done quite well. So
yeah.
But it was actually a really mix of different armies, which I really liked.
Huge.
There was no one there that was that guy. And everyone,
we all know that guy.
We all know that guy, and if you don't know that guy, it's
I
you.
get to meet that guy, and I don't want to. Yeah.
But it was really fun. Everyone there, fantastic, really good.
And they're all friendly. Even though I've never been to Canterbury Crusaders club, they're all incredibly friendly. They won't shun you or anything. It's a really good group of guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Very welcoming and opening, and yeah, as a newbie, particularly my very first time, I couldn't hope for a better experience. For me, it was never. I would never went in with the intention of winning. I went in with the intention of having some good games, meeting some good people, and the scenery on the tables was amazing.
Yeah,
every table was different.
Yeah, really good themes throughout. Army's wonderful, all painted to a really good standard. But yeah, it's just a great day. So I'm gonna sign off, and that'll be it. So wherever you are in the world, make it a good one, and happy hobbying.
Happy gaming.
Bye.
Bye.